Obviously, Graham scored your first 9 points. Just what do you think of his night, especially playing against the 7-footer who blocks a lot of shots for Bucknell?
I mean, I think the biggest thing was just he kind of took what they gave him. Look, they were chose not to guard our bigs, and just sag off them and kind of, basically dare them. And I thought for the most part, we took the right number of threes and the right number of shots, but also found some paint touches and were able to play out of those. But I liked our defense throughout tonight, especially in that first half. Our numbers were really good. The start of the second half was really good, and we let them get going a little bit from three there. But by and large, kind of just one of those games got a little weird feel to it because they were multiple zone looks and not guarding guys and stuff like that. So it kind of takes you out of rhythm a little bit.
Just with the defense, did you feel like there was an opportunity to be pretty disruptive? I think 15 of their turnovers came in the first half, and you guys were forcing a lot there.
Yeah, we were trying to get up, pressure the ball as best we can. We didn't think we did a great job against Nichols the other night, but again, Nichols is quick, and so we're kind of gapping them a little bit. But yeah, by and large, I thought we did a nice job of that.
Was this another good example for you guys of seeing what potentially awaits the first round there in March of a team like this kind of coming in for you guys?
Yeah. I mean, I think you have to prepare and experience a little bit of everything, and this is something. Some of that stuff, some of the zones were ones we hadn't seen. I mean, I'd never seen it before, where they just don't guard two people and stand in there, and basically just are more than happy to let your four-man shoot threes. So, people like to kind of junk it up and try everything, against us, and it takes a while to kind of get your rhythm, get your feel, and especially when that first one doesn't go in, maybe for one of those guys, So then, but Ben did a nice job of hanging with it, and Mike was making plays around the rim. So, by and large, the whole group did a nice job.
Same kind of a weird feel to it. Is you kind of sense when these teams, you mentioned the other night, they come in here and they're really amped up to play you guys.
Yeah.
See that right out of the gate with some of these maybe not slow starts, but yeah, you see some of that.
I think everybody's pumped up to play. I think UConn was extremely pumped up to play us, and that's just kind of who we are. But these games, I mean, I don't know how many of these I've had now, but there's no students in here. We got Christmas break coming. I mean, you can just look across the landscape of college basketball. They're not, for 18 to 22-year-olds, it's kind of hard to, to ignore all that's going on, and you need to buckle down. And so I kind of liked how we started today. Actually, I thought we were energetic and intense, and much better than the other night. I thought the other night really had kind of a lackluster feel to how we came out.
So back and forth with Bucknell after that quick start. What sort of got the rhythm back in to have a strong finish in the first half and a great start to the second?
I think the defense was consistent, and then we finally made some shots, which is what you want. You want your defense to be consistent enough so you can kind of weather the ups and downs. And we even go back to that Kentucky game, right? Our offense was on fire in the first half, and we couldn't make a shot in the second half, even though we were wide open. So that's where you need your defense to be rock solid and consistent to kind of help you through those lapses.
You feel like after the two losses to UConn and Kentucky, the fixes that you wanted to make the last two wins, you feel like you guys have kind of addressed those issues?
I mean, look, it's just an ongoing battle all year. There's you fix one over here and then you got to make another fix over here, or maybe you neglect working on some areas. I mean, we were just talking in the locker room as a staff. Hey, we got to go back and revisit some of these things because it looks like we slipped a little bit here, and you fall into the game planning for everything, and sometimes you just got to get back to just your basic core and offensive principles and defensive principles, and kind of get the guys back kind of leveled out.
What is the plan for the upcoming stretch? When do the players kind of have to come back to report and get ready for
they'll be back Christmas Day, so they'll come back. We got to get at least a sweat in Christmas Day to start getting ready, which is going to be a really, really, really physical game, man. UCLA's playing really, really hard nose defense, keeping the scores down, turning guys over, so that's going to be just a real physical challenge, much like the UConn game.
Do you think maybe their older, more experienced roster of transfers kind of enables them to do more of what Nick likes, with especially on the defensive end? They can stick to some of those principles more with the older group this year.
Yeah. I mean, I think most of his teams, by and large, been able to do that. I think they added those, the young freshmen, all of them, I think, were from overseas, and I think that was probably a hard adjustment for some of those guys. But this team's definitely got the Mick Cronin feel to it.
What does it mean to be able to extend the series? I mean, it's been 4 straight years, the last 4 years of good battles, and obviously a lot of history with them. And is it important to you to keep that series going as much as you can, I guess?
Yeah, no, it's a great series, obviously. I mean, we've had unbelievable, history of games, and obviously it's UCLA, so, it's a good series for us. I mean, it's certainly what TV wants to see and fans want to see. And this year it's another one of these high-level games, that'll, help seeding and all that, and doesn't hurt you in any way, shape, or form.
Thanks,
Okay.
Coach.